Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on Montana This Morning. I'm Augusta McDonald.
And I'm Louis Stewart. Hope you're having a good start to your Thursday. Almost done with that work week, Augusta.
Almost through the work week, and it's looking to get a little bit nasty outside.
Yeah, well, even this morning, you know, we didn't have a lot of snow here in the Missoula area down through the Bitterroot Valley, but areas further north. Kalispell picked up about 4 inches of snow, a lot of snow-covered roads, a lot of difficult driving this morning. We are going to see some clearing. And bringing snow, though, right back into the forecast for the weekend. So a lot to get into this morning. Here's your Thursday forecast. 30 in Missoula, a little bit of light snow we can't rule out this morning. Then partly sunny to partly cloudy skies by the afternoon. Kalispell, we'll see clouds this morning, sunshine by the afternoon. Same thing for Polson and Hamilton. Again, much like Missoula, can't rule out a little bit of snow during the morning, then partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies later on today. Highs will be mostly in the 20s and the 30s. So here's your forecast headlines. This is what we're watching. More systems take aim starting tonight after clearing for today. So snow chances increase Friday through Sunday, and then with some really heavy snow possible on Saturday. Then an Arctic front moves in starting on Sunday, where highs are going to drop into the teens by the beginning of next week.
Alrighty, thank you, Louis. Missoula County coverage this morning. The superintendent of Missoula Water tells the city council the department has been fixing a lot of problems since taking over the privately held Mountain Water Company last summer. But Dennis Bowman says the city is making good progress with everything from equipment to customer service. He tells the council's committee of the whole assuming control of the utility started off with an immediate challenge with the entire water system about to run out of chlorine right when Missoula took over.
There was question whether there was enough chlorine on site to be able to last the weekend. And so they asked me about it. I said, get it, bring it in. So that Friday, they delivered and filled all the chlorine vats up. So that way we had plenty of chlorine to get through.
Missoula leaders had known there were a number of serious issues with the mountain water system, which they acquired through an expensive condemnation case that lasted over 2 years. There were problems with leakage and equipment, but Bowman tells the council there have been unexpected problems, such as thousands of water meters where the batteries hadn't been replaced.
The previous owners did a lot of meter changeouts back then. They did a little over 2,000 meters in 2006 and 7. So because that action back then, we're paying for it now because those meters are starting to die.
Bowman says if customers are noticing problems, they should call Missoula Water for service. An event at the University of Montana yesterday by the group of Save Our Sisters hopes to raise awareness about the issue of missing or murdered Indigenous women in Montana through a silent memorial. The first event was an artistic presentation on the Oval Wednesday that was put together by the event organizer Marita Growing Thunder. It involved chairs spread around the Oval with different dresses made mostly by Growing Thunder. The dresses were made to represent different groups of missing or murdered Indigenous women, groups that include children, elderly, LGBTQ, trans, and others. Growing Thunder says she got the idea from an event she previously held back in her home city of Polson.
When I graduated from high school a few months, or six months ago, I had a spirit powwow for a graduation party, and we took all the dresses that I made my senior year of high school and we put them around a powwow arena, kind of. And so this is just kind of reminiscent of that event.
There was also a candlelight vigil, and other similar events were held across the U.S. and Canada on Wednesday. Montana News this morning. State health officials are planning yet another approach on how to handle funding cuts to services for more than 2,000 people living with developmental disabilities in Montana. The state is planning to cut $2.5 million from case management services for people living with developmental disabilities. Right now, 4 private nonprofits do the work on contract, helping developmentally disabled people live on their own in their communities around the state. The state announced in December it would cancel the contracts and take over the job itself. Now, state officials tell MTN News they plan to move to one statewide contractor for the services with a yet-to-be-determined company. One of the current providers, Opportunity Resources in Missoula, said on Wednesday it will take a look at the contract proposal and consider a bid, but a case management coordinator in Lewistown told MTN she's worried about the impact on clients of going to a new contract or system.
If a state case manager came in and they had to start all over with these families and clients, it's going to be very detrimental. If they hired someone in this area, there would be less travel, so the quality of care would look better. if they hired someone from Billings to do this area, they're not going to get near the quality of care because a lot of their time is going to be traveling, and they're not going to have as much time to get to know these clients and families as well.
The contract with current providers expires on March 31st. And in South Korea, Olympic fans taking a break from the Winter Games will find South Korea offers a diverse culture and culinary choice. But for visitors just looking for a great cup of coffee, there's only one place to go. Dana Jacobson has the story from Gangneung, South Korea.
Onmuk Beach in the South Korean city of Gangneung, home to beautiful views and aromatic blends. Coffee is the beverage of choice here, with about 30 coffee shops along the seaside strip known as Coffee Street. The Java boom here began long before the Olympics came to town, about 20 years ago, when coffee vending machines made way for cafes.
It's actually not just Coffee Street. The entire city of Gangneung is known for its coffee. One recent estimate said that there is one barista for every 350 people, and that's in a city of about 214,000 residents.
The Coffee Cupper is one of the older cafes here, and just a few miles down the road, it's Coffee Museum.
Became a model of the next espresso machine.
2 entire floors full of coffee relics dating back centuries. Many credit Park Yi-chu for the area's coffee boom, though he calls it good timing. Originally from Japan, he was the first coffee roaster in Gangneung, opening Bohemian Roasters in 2000. As for the increased coffee consumption here, he says it's for a simple reason.
I think people are drinking coffee because they want to be happy.
And no matter where people find that happiness, Park Yi-chu says they shouldn't look for the perfect cup.
The perfect coffee always tastes bad. I think coffee has to be imperfect. That's tasty coffee.
Even in the perfect setting. Dana Jacobson, CBS News, Gangneung, South Korea.
The city of Gangneung is hosting the ice events for the Winter Olympics. Top stories this morning. Authorities in South Florida are trying to figure out what led a 19-year-old to carry out a deadly mass shooting at a high school he once attended. Officials say Nicholas Cruz killed more than a dozen people at Missouri's Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland on Wednesday before he finally was apprehended. The school remains closed today. Grief counselors are on hand to help those affected. And the clock is ticking for Senate lawmakers as they try to come up with a plan to fix the nation's immigration system. Yesterday, a group of senators announced they'd reached a bipartisan agreement that would protect the so-called Dreamers while securing the border. Democrats are demanding any immigration deal include protections for nearly 700,000 immigrants who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children. And a 4-year-old girl who went missing in Charleston, South Carolina has been found safe. Heidi Renee Todd was located inside a vehicle Wednesday by police in Riverside, Alabama. 37-year-old Thomas Evans, who was asleep in that car, has been charged with kidnapping. Joining us now in the Storm Tracker Weather Center, meteorologist Louis Storch has our Western Montana forecast. Louis.
All right, thank you, Augusta. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good start to your Thursday with some light snow out there falling this morning. Mostly around west central and southwest Montana. Really not expecting anything as far as accumulation goes. Have a little bit of a light dusting around the Missoula area. Dry roads as you head further south through the Bitterroot Valley. And then we are going to see some clearing with sunshine as we get later on in the day. However, still dealing with some slippery roads, especially as you head east towards the Divide and further north. So here's US 93 near Kalispell. Snow is still falling, some light snow along with blowing snow and snow-covered roads out there. But plows are out. Again, though, give yourself a lot of extra time as we're seeing some really slippery roads early this morning. All right, let's go ahead and talk about your hour-by-hour forecast for today. First, we'll go to Hamilton. Cloudy skies this morning, then notice sunshine returns by the afternoon. Highs are going to be mostly in the lower 30s. Great backdrop picture there by Jardy. Kalispell, backdrop photo by Tracy. Tracy, thank you so much for this one. Pretty much the same thing with clouds this morning. Cold, though, with temperatures in the teens during the morning. Then we're going to see sunshine in the afternoon with highs mostly in the 20s. So after dry day today, we're we're going to bring more snow back in the forecast starting tonight and into tomorrow, really through Saturday morning. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the numbers here for this first system. Notice the mountains could pick up maybe a foot of snow. Valleys, widespread area of 1 to 4 inches for tomorrow. And unlike this past system, this does include the Missoula and Bitterroot Valley with around 2 to 3 inches from Missoula and Hamilton, around 3 to 4 inches there in Phillipsburg. So light accumulations tomorrow, then we're going to be watching a stronger system to move in on Saturday. So this is one of the model runs, and I just want to show you some of the potential that's out there for snow on Saturday. So we stopped this Saturday morning. Notice it's doing a good job for the valleys, 1 to 3 inches, heavier amounts of snow for the mountains. Then watch what happens in a 24-hour period. Snow northwest Montana could be really heavy at times. Even the valleys could pick up to around a foot of snow. Lesser amounts further south you go, but still the Missoula Bitterroot Valley could pick up from anywhere 3 to 6 inches of snow. So that is something we will be watching starting on Saturday. As notice, snows through the weekend. Cold temperatures move in by next week with highs in the teens. Kalispell again dry today. Snow Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. How about a high of 10 on Monday? Hamilton 30s with snow Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then we're looking at highs in the teens Monday and Tuesday.
All righty, thank you, Lewis. Some chilly days coming up. We'll be back right after this. Time now for your birthday shout outs.